on, Win. Okay. No! Fight. Ja, in en half. Voor die gast. Mashed potatoes!
Right, in the hole.
Nice. Get in. Get in.
Intel added Aflac to provide a better benefits package. It made a big splash with the employees. Official supplemental insurance sponsor of the PGA Tour.
Avis, the official rental car of the PGA Tour. Head to avis.com/golf for special deals.
How am I supposed to sell you guys as the most dangerous band in the world when you're seen schlepping golf clubs through the airport?
But we love golf.
No. As far as your fans know, you are only capable of hate.
I don't hate golf.
From now on, I'm shipping your clubs with FedEx right to the golf course. Now learn how to trash a hotel room.
Calm down. Stay right there.
In the bunker.
First time in India?
Yeah, I'm not from around here.
Really?
Have you always lived here?
Born here. Back then, this was all barren land.
Think you'll ever leave?
Leave? Why?
Okay. Yes, Mila. Yeah.
So this performance bowling ball is yet another way Bridgestone is bringing its tire technologies to the world of sports.
Right. It's about going farther on less energy. The same technology that allows our fuel-efficient Ecopia tires to save you up to $450 in gas over their lifetime. That's Pro Bowling Champ.
I like this right now.
You got it, absolutely. It's the one I saw all day, bud. That's the one.
Go. Go.
Come left. Damn.
It's long as a pin. A little bit, but long on the pin. straight though. I see what you see, but I see a little bit of this. Yeah. My first instinct was straight. It's almost straight. Yep, it is.